Hey guys, welcome back to the DrCliffAuD vlog. This is vlog number 126, and today I have a ton of stuff to update you guys on. A lot of exciting stuff has been going on both inside the clinic and outside of the clinic. But before I get into all of these updates, if you could do me a huge favor and click that like button, really helps out the channel. And if you are not yet subscribed to this channel with notifications turned on, go ahead and do that as well. And it is particularly important today because next Sunday on my vlog, I have a huge announcement for you guys. If you are going to make sure that you catch one vlog for the rest of the year, next week's vlog is going to be the one that you're going to want to see. So make sure that you are subscribed to the channel with those notifications so you get notified when I publish that vlog. All right, with that stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about all the cool stuff that's been happening at the clinic. There's been, well, one thing that's not cool, but most of it's been cool at the clinic. So this past Monday, I had a new audiology extern from Arizona State University start at the clinic. Her name is Kelsey Beck. She is fantastic right out of the gate, really exciting to work with. We have very similar personality characteristics. So for individuals who are my patients who are going to be coming in to see me in the clinic here in the next several months, you're likely going to be seeing her along with me. So that's really exciting news. It's been great so far right off the bat, like I said. Some bad news. Dr. Bryce Altis had his last day at our clinic this past Thursday. We are absolutely going to be sad to see Dr. Altis go. He is moving out to California. I won't share anything more than that about him, but he's been a huge asset to the clinic over the course of the past several years. We hired him during the pandemic, basically. I even remember the interview. We took him over to Aunt Chelada's and had a big, long discussion there. And it's just been a real pleasure to work with him over the course of the past couple of years and to kind of see him kind of come up through audiology. And, we hired him right out of his fourth-year externship. So he is really fresh as a new audiologist, and that seems to be the trend with us here at Applied Hearing Solutions. So again, really sad to see Dr. Altis go, but had a really good time with him, and I'm sure that we'll remain good friends as the years go by. And who knows, you never know if we would ever end up working together again. It's totally, not out of possibility for that to actually happen. But with that said, you guys probably know that we had Dr. Leslie Balderas, who was my fourth-year audiology extern. We actually hired her on, so now she is a full-time audiologist at Applied Hearing Solutions, and a lot of the newer patients who are scheduling at our clinic, they are given the option of seeing Dr. Balderas as well, and she is fantastic. Keep in mind that she trained alongside me for literally an entire year. So the way that I practice audiology is exactly the way that I taught her to practice audiology. So essentially it's like seeing a little mini-me, only with a different gender, obviously. So that being said, really excited to see her kind of come into her own and be able to take on her own workload, her own caseload with patients, right? The other thing that's exciting is that a week from tomorrow, so tomorrow being Monday, a week from tomorrow, we are going to have another audiologist start in our clinic. Her name is Dr. Rachel Cook. She's been working in the Phoenix area for the past year. She came from Texas, University of Texas, and we're really excited to see her join the team as well. And this is kind of the theme here, and I was telling you guys, I kind of warned you about this about 6 months ago or so, that I'm going to be taking a little bit more of a step back inside of the clinic. And the reason is that I have a lot of other projects that I am undertaking right now from a content creation perspective. It does not mean that I am leaving the clinic. I am still going to be seeing a ton of patients inside of the clinic, but I really need some other help, and that's why we're bringing in other audiologists to kind of move the clinic forward. Dr. Rachel Cook has a great personality. She'll be training with me over the course of the next several months to make sure that she is practicing audiology at the same standard that we have inside of our clinic at Applied Hearing Solutions. But you guys will love her as well. And the thing that's really exciting about all this is that I am now going to have other individuals to help continue on creating content. So Dr. Bryce Altis, he was creating videos for the Applied Hearing Solutions YouTube channel. But I really want to start a podcast, and I don't know how long ago it was, maybe 6 to 8 months ago, I posted a poll on YouTube basically asking you guys if you'd be interested in me having a podcast. And essentially, of course, it would be a video podcast. And right now we're actually looking for studios to lease so we can set up our podcasting equipment and leave it there, and then be able to essentially leave the clinic and go and do a podcast approximately once a week is what I'm thinking. And so having Dr. Rachel Cook, having Dr. Leslie Balderas, and then having our new extern, Kelsey Beck, we are going to be able to have a lot of different perspectives coming into the podcast. And I have a feeling that there's going to be things where we answer questions live on the podcast, and I think it'll be a really interesting thing. I don't know exactly what it's going to be like, but I'm trying to find a space that's close to the clinic so we can just jump over from the clinic, go to the recording studio, do the podcast, and then maybe even go back to the clinic. And I'm trying to keep the cost of that studio per month to be less than $700 would be nice. So if I could find like an executive office suite that's up in that area, that would be ideal, because we just don't have room to set up a permanent podcasting space inside of the clinic. That's just not going to happen. So if I can keep the cost below $700 a month to have that podcasting space, and then on top of that, we could use it for other recording as well. But on top of that, trying to keep the recording equipment to be under $3,000. I do want to have a 3 video camera setup inside of there, and then we have to have, microphones and computers and stuff like that to make sure that everything gets set up the right way. Whether or not we'll be live, I don't know if we'll be live initially, but I think as time goes on, it would be nice to have a live podcast that we can then record and share later on as well, because I really do kind of want to have either, messaging in or texting in, or not texting, well, maybe texting, who knows, but messaging in as well as calling in, and potentially even reviewing different cases of individuals with hearing loss. Of course, there's probably some legal aspects of it that we have to have our lawyers look into. I mean, I don't know from a medical perspective if we can really be taking and reviewing audiograms and sharing our perspectives on what we're seeing for actual patients. Definitely not giving treatment recommendations from that standpoint. Unless, of course, they're in the state of Arizona, and of course we do need their consent to be able to talk about this stuff because of all the HIPAA aspects of it. So it should be a really interesting thing, but I'm really excited to launch this podcast basically here this year. The other thing here is that I hired a content manager. So as you guys could tell, there's a lot of responsibility that goes into creating content. And then on top of that, I run a pretty busy clinic where I'm spending about 50 to 55 hours in the clinic each week. So that takes a lot of my time. And then literally every other minute that I have that I'm not exercising and eating food, I am pretty much creating content or researching to create content, whatever the case may be. So bringing in a content manager, I actually hired Dr. Brad Stewart. Brad Stewart is an audiologist, but he is a really slick content individual. So I'm looking forward to working with him and having an actual structured plan for not just taking the content that I already have and repurposing it, but taking and creating all new content at his advisement and with kind of some direction. I want to get into other platforms. I want to get into TikTok a little bit more. I want to get into LinkedIn a little bit more. I want to be a little bit more active on Twitter. A variety of different platforms that are out there that I am not optimizing at this point. And I think that he will be able to kind of help provide me with guidance in order to do that. It is definitely a hefty investment, but the way I see it is, why not reinvest the money that I make both in the clinic in people, and then why not reinvest the money that I make from my Dr. Cliff endeavors and make more and better content for you guys. So I'm young enough to where I don't need to invest all of it at this age. I can take it and kind of compound it and build something even bigger and better than what we have going on right now. So the thing that I wanted to mention again is that I have a huge announcement next week. So in case you missed it at the very beginning of this video, just make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, because next week's vlog is something that's going to be very important to me, and it's going to be a little bit of a shift from what's been going on thus far with Dr. Cliff and all of the things that I'm involved in right now. A project essentially that I've been working on for the past couple of years with other individuals, and we are finally ready to make an announcement about launching this new project that we've been working on, and that basically is coming down next Sunday. So I'm excited to share that exciting news with you guys, and that is pretty much it that I wanted to go over today. I know that there was a lot of information. I know that I talked really quickly for today, but that's because I'm so excited. So with that said, I really appreciate you hanging on with me for this entire time, and as always, I'll see you next week for sure.